Before we continue with the second iteration of character theme analysis, I would like to apologize for the terrible quality of the first one. I used a new audio capture program, Audacity, to record the script. Totally regretted it. There was a bunch of errors and editing mistakes and a whole lot of garbage that went over my head while recording the script for the first one, which kind of sucks because it's the first episode of a series and I wanted it to slap, but it didn't really slap much. There was a lot of errors. I was a little weird. It was just a whole lot. That being said, I'm going to try to make this one a little bit better. Without further ado, welcome to Character Theme Analysis, a series where I take a character's theme, overanalyze it, and explain the meaning behind it and how it relates to the character. Spoiler warning is advised, for I'll be revealing a character's motives and standings in the story of the game in which they came from. With that being said, let's start by analyzing the theme of everyone's favorite lollipop licker, Jacko Valentine. Before we talk about Jacko's theme, let's talk about her character. Without too many spoilers to Guilty Gear, I will try to explain to you how she stands into the story and what she does. Jacko, as well as Ino and Raven, serves as a servant to that man. Yes, his name is That Man. Jacko is a Valentine. That is an insanely cute last name, but it's not just a last name. Valentines are a long line of sisters that are insanely strong, and they come from the first gear Justice. With that being said, you could already assume that Jacko is going to be insanely strong. Jacko is constructed from half of Justice and half of Arya's memories, Arya being Soul Bad Guy's ex-girlfriend. So yeah, there's some awkward tension between them there. Being that Jacko is two souls in one body, she has a split personality. One being a young little girl, and the other being a mature young woman. Don't let Jacko's childishness fool you though. Arya's memories are still intact, and she's still a genius. Knowing the speed and year of Johnny's ship and the power of Bedman, Jacko is still smart. Sometimes though, she's just a fucking goof. Jacko does this really cool thing from where when she's talking, she can go from like a kid to a hot ara mommy.
頭も体もちょっとぼんやりしてるかな。それからね、断片化された記憶と正確の情報が不安定ね。魂の半分以上は孤立系の本体からダウンロードしきれていないみたい。
I just thought that was really cool that they paid attention to detail and left the fact that Jacko is two souls in one body, or two consciousness in one body, and that sometimes Arya takes over, and then you have the childish side. I thought that was insanely cool. Now, without trying to spoil a lot, Jacko is the scales of Juno, the first, quote, seed, end quote, from Justice, the first gear. Meaning, she's strong as shit, and she has high levels of magic, high levels of power. She's not someone you want to mess with. The Guilty Gear story is actually really good, and I thought I was going to have to sit and play through it, but it's an actual movie. So if you're going to watch the movie and you don't want to take my little rough synopsis as word of mouth, link in the description to the full Guilty Gear Exiled Rev 2 movie, because it's really good and you should really watch it, because I'm terrible at explaining character origin and power without spoiling anything. So please go watch that, and if you're confused by this, just go watch that, get unconfused, come back, and then you'll know what I mean by Jacko is like really cool. Now with that out of the way, let's explain Jacko's theme, Juno. Let's start by the name of Juno. Not only is it referring to Jacko's known name by her seed, the scales of Juno, the Ju in Juno can mean daughter. And Jacko is the byproduct or creation or the daughter of Justice. Now the no can mean century, which I kind of don't really see how it fits into Jacko, besides the fact that people have been looking for Jacko for such a long time because she's such an increment delicacy. I refused to re-record that part. I do not care. Anywho, together Juno means daughter of the century. Being that Jacko is the woman that everyone's looking for, the daughter that everyone's looking for. And I have been looking for a long time actually, especially Soul, poor man. Now, when I say this theme slaps, bro, this theme, it slaps. It starts off with a strong orchestral organ giving off holy vibes. After the organ and the drums in the back come, it gets silent, letting the first guitar or voice go off. The reason why I call the first guitar you hear a voice is because I believe Juno is a conversation between Aria and Jaco herself. After the silence and the introduction of the first guitar, or aria, I say it represents Aria since it's a more soft and tame sound compared to the second guitar. And being that the personalities mirror that, Aria being tame and soft and mature, and Jaco being childish, I'd say Jaco would be the more rough guitar you'll hear later on in the song. As the aria guitar has the light and is playing for the first half of most of the song, you can hear Jaco guitar in the back complimenting it. She knows she's two souls, she knows she's two personalities, and she knows she isn't fully born and isn't complete yet, and she's not fighting it, they're complimenting each other. The conversation that the guitars, or Aria and Jaco are having, is not violent, it's not a disagreement, but it's support, they're helping each other out. As you can see by Jaco's playstyle, she's a joke character, a really comical character, which is the childish personality, but she has immense power to summon and high magic power, which comes from Aria. I feel like Jaco's guitar coming in symbolizes Aria giving Jaco some time to shine. Being that they are split personalities, they do change personalities and voices from time to time, even in mid-sentence. I also believe Jaco's weapon of choice even symbolizes the fact that she is two personalities, being a flail. But it's not just a regular flail someone holds with their hands and toss like that, but it's on her ankle like a ball and chain, like she's chained down, arrested. There's no freedom, she has no freedom. I feel like that was Aria's weapon of choice, and Jaco summons the cute little minion guys with the swords and the spears. Juno is a tale of coexistence between the childish personality and Aria, and I feel like you can't have one without the other. Jaco wouldn't be such a great character that she is without being two people in one body. If you've ever played Guilty Gear Xrd and sat and listened to this song and went through Jaco's story mode and know the story, I hope you agree with me, or if you disagree, tell me why. Or I could just be crazy and I'm just overanalyzing the song. If you haven't played or watched the Guilty Gear story, please do so. It's in the description, the link, come on now. Also, I want you to take this analysis, keep it in your head, and listen to Juno. And tell me what you think. Tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching, leave a like, it really helps me, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.